So yes, welcome to milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. So this is the second game. So you may have saw by the intro that things are gonna be a lot different from that first experience that we had with milk inside a bag. So yeah, warning. I'm gonna leave it in at the beginning that warning for flashing lights, warning for heavy topics. Very important because I'm sure this one's gonna get a lot more into some deeper things. But yeah, we're back to the next game. I'm gonna put them both in like the same playlist. So I'm just gonna call it the Milk series and it's gonna be its own playlist if you want to see the first part. So yeah, this game's gonna work a little differently for sure. I know there's a few different endings, but the problem is like with the endings there's like a combination of things to do, so we're gonna try and get everything. It might all be one video, it might be two videos, so we'll see. But yes, welcome. I wonder, can I make a save now? I cannot make a save now, so we're just gonna have to like continue. There's gonna be a few endings, there's gonna be a few different things. Yeah, I haven't seen anything for this one. I have no idea what's gonna happen. So we're just gonna hop in. And I wanted to be very silent during the intro. I could have read the subtitles, but I just was already committed to not saying anything, so. Alright, new game. Oh, I meant to grab a glass of water. Shit. I'm walking to my room, trying not to look around. Playful shadows dance around me here and there. They dash all over the walls, the ceiling. One of those shadows whizzes past me, touching my face ever so slightly. I smile and continue walking, paying it no mind. Sometimes it's so easy to lose self-control and track of time, spinning in a joyful dance. But I'm in a bit of a hurry here. Mom told me to go to bed. So I'm guessing this takes place like almost right after the first game, possibly? I walked past the kitchen on the way to my room. The door is shut, but I could still feel the chilling air coming from the other side. My first thought is that there's a living corpse blowing into the keyhole, laughing mockingly. It's so silly. I'm absolutely sure we have no corpses in our kitchen. Know for sure that we've never had any corpses in our kitchen. I'm absolutely sure of that. I break into a run and dash towards the closed door, the shadows intensifying their chaotic dance. Are they trying to stop me or calm me down? I don't know. It doesn't matter right now. Don't you get it? I wave my hands around as I run, trying to chase away my annoying pursuers. But then I suddenly realize that I won't be able to stop it in time. I've got no other choice but to break the door down. Is there somebody inside? I'll surely scare them to death. But wait, how can I scare to death someone who's already dead? What if it already revives them? What if it actually revives them? No, I don't want that. What do I do? I couldn't fully stop. I couldn't fully complete my thought when my shoulder hit the door and it flew open. As I expected, there's no living corpse inside. But there was a bag of milk I bought today sitting right in the middle of the table, watching me with its unblinking eyes. I stare back. Nothing happens. Although, what exactly did I expect? Gratitude? Have I done something that warranted it? A bag of milk probably doesn't care whether it's on the shelf, in a store, or on the table in my mom's kitchen. On the other hand, nobody would drink milk inside the store, which means I took it from the safest place in the world and into the scary unknown. I'm so sorry, you poor thing. I turn away in shame and leave the room in a hurry, and only bring others trouble. I walk towards my room through a narrow corridor. Was that the mom? I meet a familiar formless creature at the door. It locks me in the clutches and starts sniffing every inch of my body like a hungry dog. I'm not struggling. I know it's useless. I just stay silent and endure its tight grip that stops me from moving. After sniffing me from head to toe, the creature holds out its ugly paw, bearing a single claw, thin and sharp like a blade. Again. I stare questioningly into the monster's bottomless eye sockets. Don't move. The creature squeezes my hand until my veins start bulging, and I just keep staring into the blank cavities where its eyes should be, ignoring all pain. I've promised so many times. Stay put. The creature... What did I read? The moment it says that, its claws pierce my arm. I don't feel anything other than the barely discernible crawling under my skin and the ring of tightly sprung sinews. But then the claw injects its venom into me. It hurts. A white vein appears in front of my eyes. My fingers cramp and start twitching. Frantically, I lose control over my body and slowly slide to the floor, just like last time, but... Why do I feel so hot? I feel my blood boiling up. Strong shivers run through my body, paralyzing every single cell, while my veins and arteries heat up, almost bursting from that pressure. I try screaming, but instead of producing words, I vomit thick, milky foam. The creature notices it and throws itself at me in anger, grabbing me by the throat while keeping the poison claw inside my arm. Kill me! Kill me! The circle screams resound through the corridor. In a fit of madness, the creature starts scratching my neck. Bright splashes fly everywhere, hitting the walls with a loud sound. I try to import where every drop fell in my memory so I could gather them all later. I need to remember. I need... A new wave of pain washes over me. Everything turns pitch black in an instant. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it. I'll never drink milk ever again. Say it again. Oh. I'll never drink milk ever again. I'll never drink milk ever again. Finally get to my room. I'm so tired of all this fuss. Thankfully, I still feel comfy and warm in my room. Even the weird sounds coming from the outside don't make me anxious at all. Okay, we're gonna save the game. That's the whole... Oh my god. That is slightly unnerving. Alright. Mom told me to go to bed, so I need to perform all the needed preparations. I've washed my face, and now I'm standing in front of the mirror with a toothbrush in my mouth. I should have got a glass of water. Look at my reflection. It shows absolutely no desire to sleep. Yeah, I get how you feel. There was a time when the last minutes before I sleep were my favorite time of the day. I love anticipating the inevitable moments when the reality and the dream world would clash. I woke up for that moment's sake, lived through the day for it. My biggest dream was to sleep all day long. It would have been so cool, but the dreams always slowly but surely slip away. As if somebody fished them out of my head, one after another, until nothing was left, and now I have to sleep again, even though I don't feel any need for it. After finishing with my face, I usually reach out for my pills. It's funny, but I have no idea how they work separately since I always swallow them as a bunch without thinking. Don't do that, by the way. Now I want to have a better look at it, to twirl it between my fingers, to chew on it. I'd do anything to stall for just a little bit more time. A smooth, protruded red capsule is looking at me. It's covered in a murky, semi-transparent film, but I could still discern its contents. So what do we have inside you? I gently press on the capsule from both sides, and to my surprise it turns out to be soft and squishy. I press harder and the capsule pops. Sticky, bright red liquid pours out. Filthy, filthy. The pill flies straight into the waste bin, and I start rigorously washing my hands. No, there's no way I'm drinking that. Next was a flat pill of the same blood red color. There were some letters printed on it. Oh, I get it. This is the medicine that makes me really sleepy, but it's not the type of sleep I want. That's not it at all. It's fake. No, no, no. I don't even want to look at it. The pill flies into the waste bin as well. The next half an hour goes by in a similar fashion. I study every pill from all sides, and then I find a reason not to swallow it. I invented my own medicine instead and enjoy swallowing them one after another, letting myself drown in their healing effects. Hey, my neck doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my hand doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my head doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my stomach doesn't hurt anymore. Hey, my eyes don't hurt anymore. How come I didn't think of this earlier? This is so simple. I need to brag about it to someone right away. But not to my mom, she'll just scold me. And she's sure I'm already sleeping anyway. I don't want to disturb her without reason. I think of something myself. Besides, I just really want some small talk. Wonder who's going to be my conversation partner. Is it me? Hey. Yeah? Oh, I'm saying hey, probably. Hey, long time no see. Okay, I'm gonna save here. And I'm also gonna grab a glass of water because I'm gonna read a lot and I can't take it! Okay, I'm back. I needed some water. And also, we gotta save here because we're gonna have to go through this a few times to get everything. It hasn't even been an hour, dummy. You know we're only supposed to meet once per day, right? So, if you remember the first game, the person that talks to her is actually her medication. So, we might be the medication this time. This probably implies that she took several today. It hasn't even been an hour. You know we're supposed to meet once a day, so that implies that she's already taken a few. Why does your voice sound so grim? Naturally, I've read the manual. Judging by the picture, the overdose side effects are the usual headaches, dizziness, exhaustion. Basically, nothing I can handle by myself. After all, now I know how to do it. You didn't reply. Aren't you even a little bit happy? Not even the slightest bit? I'm pretty exhausted after today. Well, I guess you are too. That's not true. You need to go to bed. No, you've been in control for way too long. Already, it's my turn now, alright? I'll just stay silent till the medicine's effects wear off. How about that? Hey, you can't do that. You need to do your best to make me feel better. That's exactly what I'm doing. What a bully. Actually, why am I even worried about this? In reality, I don't need you, at all. I'm so energetic and I feel great, which means I could do anything, and you can only watch and agonize over your uselessness. Hehe, I can imagine how angry you are right now. Yeah, I'm all besides myself. What made you so happy all of a sudden? I'll just sit down. By the way, you're the one that's useless. And pathetic. Don't even try ruining my mood. I want to have fun while we're together, alright? So you're the one calling the shots now? Yeah. Let's see how long you can last. Not an awesome thing to say, medicine. We'll see. Yeah. I'm really that pathetic? Say something. I can feel tears streaming down my cheeks, hanging from my chin and then falling on my clothes, burning holes in them. That was fast, but not unexpected. Hey, at least I tried. Go wash your face. We'll decide what to do with you. I'm in front of a mirror again. I keep staring at my reflection, trying not to get distracted by the sneery look the walls are giving me. Trying not to drown in their giggling. But then, me in the mirror also shows me a creepy smile, bares her teeth at me. I shut my eyes. That doesn't help. It wouldn't have helped, even if I sunk through the floor. I start counting in my mind, 2 squared, 2 by 2 squared, a square squared, a squared pyramid squared, a pyramidal structure cubed, a pyramidal structure hypercubed. I can't say words. I feel better. But my head is splitting apart now. Sorry for being rude. It's not your fault. It's never your fault. Fine, you can keep on blaming yourself, but don't overdo it. I don't know why, but I thought I'd be able to take control. I was almost ready to. I was sure I'd be able to change something. After all, I was able to buy milk, you know? Yeah, you have to know how challenging it was. Is that why you threw away the medicine? What a stupid decision, right? Undoubtedly, whatever, it was your decision. I'll say undoubtedly. There's a good side to it. Moreover, it's dangerous. Said this. What's that? Wouldn't that mean you're getting better? Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Nonsense. Medicine is something you're supposed to take, not toss away. That also makes sense. Stupid, it's so stupid. Then why did you do that? I felt like I'd be able to fight it on my own. It's true, the pain subsided for a bit at that time. But now I feel it triple in force. It hurts so bad. You know what to do. Just drink your medicine already, or I'll stop talking to you. No, don't abandon me. Dejected, I reach out for the shelf with my medicine. I swallow the pills one after another, chasing away the unpleasant visions that keep floating up in my memory. And yet, my mind still draws a terrifying picture. Lumps of coagulated blood and transparent coatings travel down my esophagus, scratching its soft walls, leaving behind furrows. I shake my head violently. I don't care if it makes me feel dizzy or worsen my pain. I just don't want to think about something so repulsive. Still haven't changed. What do you mean? You're afraid of being alone. This worries you much more than pain. Yeah, I guess. I toss the last pill into the air and catch it with my mouth. I lie on the floor. I look at the ceiling. I could clearly hear water running in the metal pipes up there. I hear the cracking of concrete blocks that will someday surely fall on my head. But I'm not afraid of that at all. I can't imagine my death coming from above. Rather, it's rearing its claws from somewhere below, waiting for me to lose focus. Do you want to talk about it? No, I've had enough of talking. What do you want then? I just want to lie down for a bit. I do like the style that this game has. A massive change, but it's really cool. Even if the ceiling is bound to collapse, it won't be today. Can you stay silent, please? I need to get my thoughts in order. You're still in the bathroom? That looks like it. I carefully extract the thoughts that are yet to be fully formed from my head and lay them out on the ceiling in orderly rows. Now it's my corkboard. In hopes of seeing the whole picture, I switched them from one place to another, piled them on top of each other, scattered them around. In the end, I throw them off with my hand, annoyed, and start over. I can't do it. You can always imagine your thoughts as something small and swarming, like cockroaches. Ew, I hate cockroaches. Can I make them fireflies? I don't mind either way. You would not believe your eyes. I don't even have time to blink before my thoughts, they're fireflies now, start whirling all over the ceiling of their own accord, forming whimsical patterns. I don't think I saw a lot of fireflies this past summer. That's very upsetting to me. I can only observe them and wait for the right moment. It's just, that moment doesn't come. The mocking sound of flapping wings coming from the ceiling makes me start losing my patience. Enough. I hate you. I spring from my feet and scream at the top of my lungs. The fireflies scatter. Good job. I'll start over. No way. Unstable behavior makes you look bad. I don't give a damn. So that doesn't bother you? Should it? I'm gonna save here. Yeah. I'll say yes. And what do you want me to do then? I don't know, it's up to you. Hehe. You're at it again. What do you mean? Never mind. I've changed my mind. Anyways, please don't stay silent for this long anymore. I'm having a hard time without your help. Fine. I raise my eyes to look at the ceiling once more. Sadly, all my fireflies seem to be hiding somewhere. I need to find them. Forget about them and go to bed. You don't hear me scrolling or trying to figure anything out. You don't hear me figuring out anything. Forget that and go to bed. No, you don't get it. If I'm thinking about something, I need to finish my thoughts or else... Glance around the room. There are too many places for a creature as small as a firefly to hide here. They could be anywhere. Suddenly I hear a deafening rumble. The clock just hit midnight. It's so late already, but I can't go to bed right now. Will you help me? Please tell me you'll help me. Come on, stop bullying me. You promised to talk to me. What were you thinking while lying on the floor? What do you mean? You should know it better than anyone else. That's the thing, I have no idea. This is weird. Will you tell me? I roll my sleeves and start rubbing my eyes intensely. They're so itchy. Why are you crying? My eyes are itchy. Did he bring milk? Did you drink milk? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, will my eyes stop itching? I wonder if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another, all my eyelashes one after another, if I tear out all my eyelashes one after another. What have you done? I need to gather the glass, and then I need to have a bath, and then... Here, drink some milk. So that was the first death. Yikes. Apparently it's called the strangulation death. Then we need to figure out how to get this next death, because there's two. There are 2. We're gonna try to do it. Alright. I stayed in the middle of the room, my mouth agape, gasping for air. I think I just experienced death. I don't know any other way to explain what happened. Might have been like a traumatic memory or something. Well, that was surely something. Will you tell me or not? About what? Let's look for the fireflies instead. You're acting weird. Help me instead of running your mouth. I've already had enough adventures before bed. I need to gather my thoughts quickly and go to bed. My thoughts are hiding from me. Hehe. To be honest, I have no idea where to look for them. Me neither. I guess we'll have to tear the whole place apart. No, and no. If I make even the smallest of messes here, I'll feel really bad. All the things should stay in their places, and that's it. Why? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Are you trying to come up with a reason right now? Who? Me? No, of course not. I think you forgot to put up your mind block. I could see through you. Rude. Alright then. So we need to find a bunch of tiny insects inside a mountain of junk without moving anything even an inch. Yeah. My oh my. I have an idea. Last time, becoming a visual novel character helped me achieve my goal. Now I want to become a point-and-click adventure game character. You know, those games have moments when you just look at different objects and sometimes inevitably happens. Something inevitably happens. It's not so fun. So what about the things you see regularly? Do you refuse to touch them as well? It would make it even more interesting. This is so childish. You wanna know what's the best part? You'll be the one doing it. Oh no. Oh yes. I start panicking as soon as I get in a multiple choice situation. I'll just keep changing my mind and end up crying and running away. Do you want that to happen? You're such a handful. You're already proven that you're able to make decisions. Why not continue on that road? Do you want me to do what you want? I'll say this. Come on, don't be so boring. I was just teasing you. You don't have to bear the whole burden. Asking for help is a reasonable decision, too. Let's begin already. I go to the middle of the room and look around. Where would I hide if I were a tiny firefly? Oh, this is so thrilling. My heart gets warmer from the pleasant anticipation. Hey. What? Look down. I look down. After a moment, a small ball of light and warmth crawls out from under my sweater. Wowie. Wowie. There's smoke coming from close. Wowie. Oh, wow. A firefly. I carefully grab the firefly. It's pleasantly scorching to the touch. I put it on my shoulder. I'm sorry, little guy. Time to come home now. As if it was an order, the firefly slowly drifts up, circles around my head for a bit, and then flies into my ear with the speed of a bullet. Hehe, it tickles. One down, let's look for the others. Yeah. Alright. So we kind of look around and stuff. Ugh. So to get the next one, I believe we have to do this? Look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a layer of dust as thick as my finger. Bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how I appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole day in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. Yet amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagine. Right, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. Here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives. Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. You'll end up returning to the subject anyways. On one wonderful day, someone digs you up from your hamster house and brings you to the pet store. Now your new home is cage. It's way more comfortable and warm compared to the underground. And the most important part, you have a lot of neighbors here. Their cages are identical to yours, and the other hamsters look identical to you. That means you're all the same. Apart from the fact that they were born at the shop. They'll ask, what does that indicate? And I'll tell you, nothing at all. I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh. Okay, let's start over. This time try to avoid stupid hamster analogies. You know, I'm not at fault here. So, I had a lot of friends online. Tens, hundreds of them. Impossible to count. Isn't impossible? Though I had exactly 317 of them. Although, I guess nobody counts the exact number of hamsters when they walk to a pet shop. Hey, don't get distracted. Oh, right. For my 317 friends, 68 were into gaming, just like me. 130 of them like drawing, just like me. The remaining 119 were into calculators and 3D modeling equally. And when I say equally, I don't mean 59 and a half friends on each side. Alright? You can split numbers equaling no problem, but math doesn't work like that when it comes to a friend. It comes to friends. A major conundrum, right? Get to the point? I knew, of course, that no real people existed on the web. I also understood that all of my friends died the moment I turned off my laptop. But I still wasn't even a bit worried. Why? Do you know what computer programs consist of? It's just a combination of numbers. Which means my friends are also numbers. Isn't that amusing? Not really. Why do you call them your friends? I mean, everyone who shares my interests is my friend. And I don't care whether they know about my existence or not. Anyways, as I was saying, every program has its own algorithm and purpose. It's a mathematical formula. And if you solve that formula, you'll be able to predict the program's behavior at any moment. The longer you speak, the less I follow. You don't need to follow me around, just listen. I sit on the floor. The laptop screen ends up right in front of me. The only thing reflected in it is my dim face. A web person is just a random picture and a random string of letters. Words and actions from the web person are just executable code. Hey, let me know if you need a break. One day, someone appeared. From that point on, my laptop was always on. There are no real people on the web, but he was good at pretending. At some moment, I let him trick me. Hey, look! Huh? Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I can see that myself. If only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes to my ear. Let's continue searching. What about your story? You must be mad at me for interrupting you. I'm sorry. If you do everything right, I'll finish my story, maybe. Do you promise? I promise. And if you forget, then remind me with a code word. Oh, I got a thing. Then remind me with a code word. For example, what code word? I'll think of one later. And for now, let's keep searching for my fireflies. Oh. Oh no, that I... Oh. I guess I'll keep searching. Maybe I need to find... we might be able to, like, get back to that, I'm guessing. I gotta drink water. So we're gonna keep searching. I look at the mound of pills and it makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless, I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. You'll ultimately die anyway, so why worry? Let's not say that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Things could have been much worse. Yeah. I heave a deep sigh, come closer, extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturned. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly! Hooray! Oh, goody. After circling around above my head a couple of times, it finally lands on my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. So that was 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 fireflies? Probably the backpack. Look down. The school bag, worn down and silly. It's almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning to a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Totally not cool. Senses of cruel. Say totally just not cool. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of it. Out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, wait. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. I was someone that usually attend classes. I didn't really do any, like, skip days. I wasn't one for that. I probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. Never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner, and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I guess that day was absolutely no special meaning to you. What happened then? I don't remember. Does it even matter? Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Oh, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, and we had dinner together and went into our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. There's an achievement here. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. The scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done. Then he pushed me into the car and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner together and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. Dad brought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly I feel someone's eyes on my back, knowing that these memories should never ever be ignored. I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happens next happened after something that led to everything that happened. Yeah, I got the "you're annoying" achievement. That happened after that happened. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room. Through the window glints on the metal parts, and there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever, I don't care anymore. Anyway. Almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I could see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see that a small insect is crawling towards me from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess this firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while, and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure, let's continue searching. Oh, sorry. I can finish searching, or I could keep searching. Oh shit, what do I do here actually? So we can finish. We're gonna finish or try to get basically this next bit and see what just happens. I managed to gather my thoughts, but something still's worried me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. There's no way somebody cares about you that much. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna click this one just to get things to happen. Just for a couple minutes, okay? I hate having to do this, but... My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on in the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind swirls up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely living in endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about it. How do you feel? I definitely feel sometimes there's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction but not up. This? I've already told you, haven't I? About what? You know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. Oh no. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy. As if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself after all. Believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's walls, smashing glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. Oh yeah, that's right. You're the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like it when this happens. I want to remember certain things only when I want to. Nonetheless, you made that promise. And I'll keep it, but you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Oh. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong, breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere, but I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts. And I end with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me, in detail, as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth, the wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes as if it's a thin piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anyone else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. Oh. What's most important? It was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code, and they're effortless to run. No matter the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I'll decide that only my body finally crashes into the ground, smashing to a million of tiny pieces like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I returned to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minute I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it? What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. I imagine myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still bring me ridiculous, being me. Ridiculous, like milk outside a bag of milk. And yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me. I understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow. And never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you. But was it really necessary? You'll sleep tomorrow. No. I won't be able to sleep like this. Fine. What's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me? Yes. I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop it. I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you. I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. It's sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lie down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and it always looked sleeping in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appear in the most unexpected of places. Bulging eyes with trembling, pale pupils. It was scary, you know. Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. Then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me and hissing. It was horrible. And well, deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed there. I guess they liked this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me. And I'm kind of scared of them. I can't even argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course! You're still listening, you know? Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh. Now I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly. But it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Oh, this is the first game. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late. Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late. I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I get the brat an elevating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that. None of your business. Besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you all anything? And all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Treska says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Aren't you all full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird, constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko, and his name is stupid. You can't just say that! Are we going, or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Treska puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply burst out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Treska was walking way faster than me. And on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we are greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They'll probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. What's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat. But a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He was holding a cardboard sign that says, "We're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh yeah. It was 15 minutes to closing the last time. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realized that we're lost. Can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions. Sure. Hey, wait up. Treska lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I? I can't hear neither the second part of his question, nor the reply he gets. My good-for-nothing friend freezes in place, looking the customer straight in the eye. I hurry towards them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Treska's hand and leads him away. He's still looking at that customer. His mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Treska calms down. I clicked outside. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again. Suddenly, Treska starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Knowing other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who? Me? Treska pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the edge of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are. I meet Treska at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that was formed after Treska. I squeezed through towards him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Is he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. Jesus. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee? What? Yeah, what? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is— oh, no, I'm not saying that. But you heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I threw a banknote to the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, and grabbing a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spend the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we end up turning right towards a gas station, where Tresca finally breaks the silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know? He turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. It seems like you're not helping me at all. A few playful flickers in Tresca's eyes. Fuck. Alright, so that's ending 1. That is good night. So what you can kind of glean from that ending, at least, I want to say it was probably like meant to represent her when she would do this. And it's very clear that Tresca was meant to represent someone with like either like mental health issues, neurodivergency. Is that even a word? Did I make up a word? You know what I mean, neurodivergent. And how nasty people can act around people like him. Just like the cruelness. And when he like says, you're not helping me at all, kind of like put her in the position of the medicine, how she does like, it's like the same thing. That's at least how I'm reading it. That's how I read that ending. Now I believe there are at least 4 other endings. The endings all depend on which, because I showed you the 2 deaths, which deaths we experience and how many fireflies we collected. We got both deaths and collected at least 3 fireflies, which got that ending. There's apparently a few different combinations we can get. But I think we're gonna stop it there and do the other 4 endings next time. Just because this really wears down my throat. And we've been going for a good hour, so I think I'm just gonna make another video where I get the last few endings and hopefully cut out a lot of the stuff that we already seen. So I'll just do that next time. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.